Welcome to Gwen Learns Stuff, where we talk about the stuff I think I've learned recently. I'm probably wrong, so don't quote me in your term papers, kids. First of all, I am so super excited that Alton Brown has come to YouTube. This man is one of the best food hosts, no, just one of the best hosts of our era. And he works perfectly on YouTube. He's already taught us how to remove a champagne cork with a saber, how to make proper grilled cheese where everything, including the cheese, is grilled on an actual grill, and also how to make wok fried peanut butter. Just go subscribe to his channel. I've put the link below. I don't even cook and he enthralls me. So my husband has been lusting after Rosetta Stone for a very long time. So for a recent holiday, I got him a subscription. Watching him use it, it seems really effective, context learning with a lot of review, but it's very expensive, so we couldn't afford a subscription for me as well. And two people using one account just kind of throws off the learning software. However, I found an alternative with a similar teaching style to Rosetta Stone. It is the DuoLingo app. Less robust than Rosetta Stone, but it's free rather than hundreds of dollars, so a little less robust is just fine. The concept is that you learn Spanish using context through gamifying it. Each lesson or game doesn't really give you any rules or information, it just jumps right into quizzing you, knowing that the first time you see a word, you're probably going to get it wrong, but you'll learn what it means through getting it wrong, and you'll get it right the next time. This works really well for learning vocabulary. I'm not so sure it's as effective for learning, say, grammar rules. Sometimes grammar rules aren't very obvious in context. But you know, it's not a big deal if I have to refer back to my Spanish textbook for the grammar rules. I found that Duolingo is just a really amazing way to review and learn vocabulary, so I use it for that. Each game is made up of the following exercises. Select the missing word, so fill in the blank from a list of choices. Translate, where you're given a word and pictures of that word, and you have to select the proper article and then type in the word. Translate this sentence, where you have to translate an English sentence into Spanish using the word choices provided. Translate the sentence, where you have to translate a Spanish sentence into English using the word choices provided. Translate the sentence, where you have to translate an English sentence into Spanish without any word choices provided. Translate the sentence, where you have a Spanish sentence and you have to translate it into English without any word choices provided. Select all correct translations, where you have a phrase and you have to select the possible translations from a list. Translate the sentence, where you have to listen to the audio of a phrase in Spanish and then write down what you hear without any word choices. Speak this sentence, where you have to try to pronounce the phrase they say and show to you. It's not very precise. As long as you get it somewhere in the ballpark, it'll give it to you, but still it gets you saying this stuff out loud. Warning though, background noise will throw it off, so if you're in a loud place, you may need to select the I can't use my microphone right now option. Okay, so that's the basic lesson portion. Once you've learned the lessons, you can keep your skills fresh by practicing. You can practice by playing against your friends, or they'll auto-match you to a stranger if you like. It's exactly like the lessons, except you're trying to answer first and answer correctly before your opponent, and that's how you get points. If you don't want to play a real person, you can also play the computer, or there's an option to just play yourself. So it'll pull words that its computer brain knows that your human brain hasn't seen in a while, and will review those to strengthen your skills. Duolingo is really pretty cool for being free. Currently, they offer Spanish, French, German, and Italian for English speakers. I am making my way through the Spanish course, and I am very pleased. Okay, moving on. I was reading an article about the history of the modern department store recently, link below, and it was actually kind of boring, which I was surprised as I was interested in the topic. But one quote really stuck out to me. Bullock's in Los Angeles pioneered this movement, talking about the modern department store, when it hired young New York interior designer Eleanor Lemaire to modernize its downtown flagship store in 1926. After that, she was charged with coordinating the decorating scheme for the store's first luxury branch, Bullock's Wilshire, which opened in 1929. She employed 13 interior designers to work on the breathtaking Art Deco masterpiece. So, the designer who set the look for all modern department stores was a woman in the 20s who none of us have ever heard of. I'd love to know her story. She was revolutionizing an entire industry in an era where women were only a decade out of getting the right to vote. Oh, and the building that used to be Bullock's Wilshire is actually on my drive home from work. It's got this tall green spire I use to remember where to turn. I didn't realize it was the birthplace of the modern department store. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm off to Google Eleanor Lemaire and I'll report back what I find.